I want to be less happy is a statement that has never been said seriously by any human. But on the other hand, I want to be happier is a statement that's probably been said by every single human that has walked this earth at least once in their lives. One impactful way to become happier is by connecting with others. Such a simple idea, not mind-blowing at all, but is one that is backed up by countless years of research looking at longevity and health. Supercommunicators is the book that I'm exploring in this video by Charles Duhigg. It explored this fact, going through many research articles exploring factors that could lead to happiness and longevity for humans, whether it's genes, eating healthy, exercise, environment, so many different things, but there was one at the top. Quote, "The most important variable in determining whether someone ended up happy and healthy or miserable and sick was how satisfied they were in their relationships." It's simple. Other people enrich your life. So I'll ask a personal question. On a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being extremely depressed to 10 being extremely happy, where would you rank your happiness in your life right now? After that, where would you rank how happy you are socially or your social wellness? If it's low on both, then you are not alone, as it is the main motivation why I read this book in the first place and now making this video. There are 2 simple skills interwoven together around one principle that have helped me raise both of these numbers, and I believe will for you as well. We live in an era that has never been so connected globally, yet so disconnected with people physically around us. In 2026, we can talk to someone in another country, you can listen to other opinions from other people in other countries, voice your own around the globe, yet the accessibility to connect with one another along with society's values has taken away the desire or ability to make meaningful connections face to face. Look at this article from Harvard. The main key points here is around the US. Adults reporting that they have no friends has quadrupled to 12%, while the percentage of people having 10 or more friends has fallen nearly threefold. The world is shifting away from connection as it is becoming less valued on a society level, which is creating challenges and in turn more unhappy people. That in turn gives people less exposure and practice, making them worse and less competent in face-to-face interactions and lowering those numbers even more. Paired with the complexities and challenges that can come along with communicating with different individuals, it just makes it even more daunting. Just look at this quote from the book. To become a super communicator, all we need to do is listen closely to what's said and unsaid, ask the right questions, recognize and match others' moods, and make your own feelings easy for others to perceive. Again, it can be daunting and seem very complex to improve upon, creating avoidance and fear. Whether it's feeling that you'll be awkward by having nothing to say, not confident in your abilities to talk with someone new. Fear only promotes overthinking, assuming, and avoidance. It is by far so much easier not to go up to someone new or to catch up with someone you haven't seen in a while. But in reality, it's truly not as difficult and scary as the mind can perceive it, because through practice and just willingness to try, you will find it far, far more rewarding than scary, and that you do have that anchor to connect. So it comes down to, how can we mitigate these challenges, and how do we even improve on communication? What are the skills to build upon? That is where these 2 skills revolving around one principle come into play. 2 skills that totally mitigate and eliminate some of the challenges I listed, and also have just given me a lot more confidence. The 2 grand skills are absolutely mind-blowing. Not really at all. They're so simple. It's asking more questions and active listening. That's all you need to work on. Now, what do I mean? As the title of the book shows, it calls great communicators super communicators. And one of the first things that it says is that super communicators ask about 10 to 20 times more questions than the average communicator or person. But not close-ended questions, meaning ones that can be answered in one word, like, how was your day? What's your favorite color? How was your week? Some of those type of questions. The ones you want are open-ended questions, ones that dive into someone's values, beliefs, goals, life experiences, questions that make people stop and think, providing the opportunity for them to share about their life, be acknowledged, and be heard. two things that every human desires. Great questions are even more magnetic in our current age, as many people don't get asked good questions about their lives, as so many people are so focused in their everyday, day-to-day, in their own minds, in their own lives, and in technology. Probably for the majority of people, they're only really asked good questions and heard from good friends and family members, and that's it, making those questions even more memorable. What makes it even sweeter is that asking great questions is truly not even that hard. You just have to put some effort into it. By just thinking about not asking one-answered, close-ended questions, and by thinking about how to ask more better questions, you improve. And then if you continue to be curious about other people, more engaged, and practice it, the questions will improve even more. It is something that I have learned firsthand. By asking better questions, I have gotten better answers, better connections with people, and better relationships. And in turn, by consciously thinking about it and trying to improve upon it, more questions come into my head while I'm trying to talk to somebody or before I talk to somebody, and it's just improved me vastly in the conversations that I'm having. But anyways, you're probably thinking, what are some examples of good questions? And I could give some, but I'll share some that are in the book, as they're pretty provocative and pretty insightful and inspiring. So what I like about this page is that it shows how some easy questions can be expanded upon. So there's, where do you live? Instead, you can do, what do you like about your neighborhood? Or where do you work? Instead, what was your favorite job? Or there's, where did you go to college? Instead, what was the best part of college? Just ask questions, show curiosity, don't assume someone doesn't want to talk to you or doesn't want to talk about this or that. And definitely do not ask great questions and then not listen. Supercommunicators puts it perfectly. It inspires them to listen back. Now there's two areas of focus. First is just listening better. Try to empathize with them, see from their perspectives, and really process what someone's saying. Try to match their energy. And the main challenge maybe sometimes that I have is not letting your mind wander. I mean, you could really be engaged in a conversation, but sometimes your mind just, I don't know, you can't control it and it just wanders. But if you just bring it back, consciously put effort into being engaged into someone's conversation, boom, it helps a lot. But the next thing that really makes the difference is showing that you are listening. Charles in Supercommunicators stressed this by saying the best way to do this is by looping for understanding. Now, this is a term meaning that you process what they tell you and then repeat what they said in your own words, asking if you got it correct. Just think about when you talk to somebody, anybody. I'm sure we all have had this happen to us one way or another, and where you're talking to somebody, but you can just see in their eyes that they are not even focused or paying attention to what you're saying, or just thinking about something else that they're going to say. I mean, it's very off-putting and will kill your desire to talk with them instantly. But when someone truly listens to you, all of a sudden you become way more engaged in the conversation and wanting to share and maybe curious about them. I mean, when you truly listen, a conversation blossoms to something so much more. All of this leads to the main premise and realization that I have had, which should give you confidence that you can connect with people, is that all you need is to show that you care for the other person and want to connect. You do not have to be perfect, the most witty, outgoing, extremely funny, super successful. You just have to be you. Be human, showing your flaws and experiences, and show that you care and want to connect. That is the secret. That's the secret ingredient that is hidden behind all the doubt, the fear, the challenges, the technology, our era of socializing, all of it. All you need to do is have the courage to try and practice, to ask better questions, and truly listen. And these two skills show that you do want to connect and care for the other person. The last paragraph of the book has this great quote. Quote, "But what's important is wanting to connect, wanting to understand someone, wanting to have a deep conversation." So that is it. We just have to change and be just more intentional about it and value it more, because it can be super rewarding for everyone involved. Now, to wrap this up with my general thought, obviously being a great communicator is not something easy to do. And I don't know if you can really truly connect with every single person you come in contact with. For me, I've been practicing just these two simple skills for maybe less than a year now, and it has helped me extremely. The biggest thing is that my social anxiety has lowered tremendously. I mean, I still have it here and there, but it's been lowered, and I've gained more confidence in my communication skills and being able to connect with people, which has made me more willing to do so, in turn making me improve. Through that, I've gotten better at communication, finding more different skills to improve upon, improving upon other skills. Like, one of the biggest is remembering what people tell you, trying to truly remember what people tell you, whether it's what they're doing over the weekend, what the best part of their week was, their family names, whatever, and then bringing it up later on is super beneficial for building even more connection and more conversation. It's another great connector because it truly shows that you care. So just real lastly, I just want to say it's not the end all be all. There is a lot that can go into communication, as this book has shown. If you really want to explore it, it dives deep and it can get pretty complex, but I truly believe that all you need is these two skills in one premise. So it comes down to this: if you're unsatisfied or want to connect with more people but hold yourself back, just remind yourself you do care. Don't be scared to show it in practice. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say within this video. If you've made it this far, I hope that you learned something new, or at least helped you stop overthinking when it comes to communication, and has helped you or inspired you to value it a little bit more.